So this is going to be a Mage Lasher farm with Herbalism. This is the first pad. It spawns over there. You can either wait for it to pass, like while I'm doing, or you can just run by if you're full mana and ready to start the farm. So I'm actually waiting on Ice Block here, because I just had a Satyr farm that didn't go good, but hopefully we'll get that done better for you. So just gonna check this. This Warpwood pod doesn't always have stuff. Darling Seed, great, doesn't matter. So the first pull we do is a triple pull with the Ice Block, so that's why I'm waiting for the Ice Block to come back up. It's what it is, nothing crazy. Just gonna wait. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Let's just throw the old wand at them, and then the thing I like to do is just let them catch up, because we don't want to clip these. So we're gonna let them catch up a little bit. Throw a counter spell. They actually pull fine by themselves. Put a nice barrier on, and then I like to back up to activate the leeway, or to remove the leeway, I should say. These have a backstab, so you want to not get backstabbed. So I like to do a little flip. Throw down the old Flame Strike Shatter combo here. Get a couple good Arcane Explosions. And yeah, you don't have to take that much damage. I just don't. Doesn't really affect me. Just have enough health. You can kind of kite them a little better using the slow from your kind of cold, because when you jump and move forward a little bit, you don't need to jump. I like to, just because I feel like it gives me a better range on my kind of cold, but that could very well be placebo. I don't have any evidence for that, just how it feels. But a lot of Mage stuff is just kind of how it feels. So let's see, we got all that, great. Just 5 mana, that's terrible. Just a bad neck. It'll disenchant nicely, cause no, it'll render nicely because it's a little uneven. Ugh. Nothing to do with horse in the mouth. The gold on this is very RNG. It's very based on what greens you get, blues you get, pretty much everything. We're gonna link over here and get this while these pad. I'll check this. Hopefully it won't be Lashers. Hopefully it'll be something good. Hopefully it just won't be anything. Great. That's exactly what I prefer. Check this. That's Lashers. Unfortunate, but fine. Grab these. So. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. There we go. Alright. Do one of these. Throw one of these out. So you don't take as much damage. So. Yes, I'm low health, but I also had a mana gem and a health pot there if I actually needed it, which I did not. Because the damage is very predictable. It's not, you know, crazy damage unless you're getting backstabbed. So at which point you need to not be getting backstabbed is my best advice. So helpful, I know. I like to just check to see what we're gonna get, because frankly Dreamfall is the best. We're doing pretty good. You know, we've done 2 runs, we're about even. I like to just drink when the paths aren't here. There's a book that can spawn. It's actually what I was checking for a second ago, was if the book spawned here. So it's like right here. But there's a book that'll spawn, which you can get some, you know, good stuff. So we always like to check for the book spawns. I'm gonna grab that herb. Let's see what we get. Don't think that path's coming back yet, so should be good. I don't generally check that just because there's 2 paths. It's kind of annoying. If I didn't get that, I would have combined these 2 packs actually. Just because you can, it's faster. But because I didn't want them full health and mana, because I was checking the one pod, I just do them one at a time. Not the end of the world. That actually is a ghost mushroom we'll get, which is nice. So just kill him. Loot the corpses. I guess we're just picking flowers here, not actual corpses. Makes you feel better. But if it makes you feel better, you're playing on a video game. Unfortunately, that's not a double spawn. That one, the bottom one's upstairs. So if you ever like come in and you see the one that's like right on the corner, you're not gonna get it, unfortunately. But the one that's a little above the corner, you are. It's kind of very, very precise. Oh, I thought I was drinking. So we're gonna look for a little stealth friend here while we run over here, because we're gonna do this pool and this pool together, and then we'll have the last pool. So nothing too bad. Let's look for our stealth friend. It's not over here. Nope, looks like he was back in the cave. That's fine. We'll get him in a bit. You can grab that pod. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just kind of depends. Kind of wish I did now, because that pad's there. I'm actually going to pop a shield, just because we don't want one to be back up here in a bit. So, if you're just doing Lashers, this is the pool I would use my second ice block on. If you're not doing Satyrs. Because it's, you know, up, basically, is kind of really the only reason why. But, in the meantime, you can just tank it a little bit, wait for him to get there, let that one smack you, because it resisted. There we go. Get 2 packs. For the price of 1. So, brown blood, okay. So, there's a reset, and I'll show it to you, although I don't actually need it this time. But sometimes an herb will spawn on a death flash, and you can't get it. So what you do is you step away from the death flash and the herb, and you wand it to aggro it. And then once it gets to where you are, you Nova, and then blink back to the herb, take the herb, and then you reset over here on this pillar, which I'll show you. Just because I can. So, I'm going to check this pod. If it's a Lasher, I'll just bring it over here. If it's not, you know, then it's not. So, it's not the end of the world. So, we're good on health. Nothing. Oh, no, we got Lashers. Great. Yep. Alright, we're good. Bring these guys back here. So, these pat kind of weird. So, actually, I generally don't kill them back here, but it's another place you can kill them. See, because they take forever. You take a lot of damage, so you don't need to take. Ooh, lag there. That was not ideal. But you don't need to worry about that either way. So now we got that out of the way. See, that's a good staff. Just because it vendors really well, but it also because it doesn't DE well. Generally, my rule of thumb is if it's over level 50, I DE it. You don't get a lot of those here, but you do get some. But if it's under 50, I will just vendor it, especially the staff, because it's good gold. And that's the kind of thing that really affects your gold per hour, is which greens you get. Like, if this was another staff, that'd be great. If that was a staff, you know, like, it's just a sword, there's swords, there's axes, you can get epics. I've got a couple blues in one run before, like, it's really RNG dependent. So this is the reset. Alright, so now we are going to go, and so this is another safe spot, by the way. It doesn't really matter. I'll check this actually. Oh, Lashers. Neat. You can flame strike, you don't have to. It's whatever. We're gonna go find our Invisi boy. See, that was just a total waste of my time and life, but that's fine. It's not like the longer away. Alright, let's go ahead and find the stealth guy. Well, we're gonna drink first, but he's probably gonna find us while we drink, which is fine. Still need 40 seconds on Thorny Seeds. which means our runs are about 15 minutes. 15 minutes is fine. You do 4 an hour, but you won't ever get locked out. Because even 12 minutes, you actually will get locked out. So, let's see. Just gonna double check. Great, he's not there. So now we know he's definitely this way. He always spawns 100% of the time. There's the pat. There's also a chance there's one will spawn in the corner. We can avoid doing both at the same time. Right, not there. There's our guy. Start frostbolt. Throw out one of those. Nova. This is really just your standard mage frostbolt kiting. It's not particularly, you know, skill based here. So nothing out of the ordinary. A lot of crits there. Great. And then they drop good stuff. Honestly, they're worth killing. Ghost mushroom because it's delicious. These are still decent. Yeah. My auctioneer isn't super up to date, but that's fine. Alright. There's another one there. I'm going to try to avoid that because if it pops Satyrs at the wrong time, it can really kind of mess me up. Gotta wait for the combat to drop. There's probably a stealth one up here. But, so we gotta wait for Hydra spawns to get in the right place. If he pats up to the right, I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Because I just want to get by him. I can finish drinking over here. Yep, so we'll pop that. Okay, yep, we'll kill these Lashers. So the other thing to look for is here, and like here you can get Ghost Mushroom as well. I like to grab this one. You can grab before you do the pull, and then the other one you just wait and do it after. But you can just cut over here, just go around, and you can get that one when it spawns. So we're gonna do this pull, and the one at the front in one pull, and hopefully that'll work out. You see, I've got health pots, I've got mana gem, I've mana pot, but I'm not going to use it. The big thing is you have ice armor, you have this, and you have this. So we're going to put that on. So when we finish drinking, it'll be almost back on cooldown. Because this will be us to go, and then after we Nova, we can pop it, and hopefully won't be many resists. So where's Hydra spawn? What's he up to? Okay. So here, well, yeah, there we go. So pulled that. Gonna wait a little bit. Wait a little bit longer. Gonna counterspell here. Back up, pop this, and block. So we're trying to get them all kind of in the same area. That's a little far away. Not a huge fan. Gonna let it get bigger. Alright, good. So we got them all there, in theory, so we want to bring these over here so they're all together. Alright, so once again, we're trying to just keep them grouped up. There we go. Alright. So I did pop my health potion there. I'm not in any rush to kill them. Killing them is like the least concerning thing. We just gotta keep them slowed, so you wanna make sure you run towards them when you cone, because that is going to keep the leeway the way we want it. Alright, so now we're gonna test that. Great, so we'll have to grab that afterwards. Ooh, see, we goofed. We goofed there. The other thing I wanted to mention is you don't want to decurse, because they'll just throw it right back up. So we got them very nicely stacked here. Watch out for Hydra spawn. You really just want to be backing away in their dead zone, kind of. So we're just kind of doing big circles. Big circles. And then what we're going to wind up doing here in a minute is if we need mana, we can Nova Evocate. I don't think we're going to, because these are going to start dying here in a second. But this is exactly what we want to be going on. Alright, so it looks like some resisted that. But it's fine. Just gonna keep on running. So this is unfortunate, but it's doable here. So we're just, this is super sloppy, but you know what? That's what we're here for. Boom. See, Felcloth, Runecloth. It opens up this Grom's Blood and also these. I don't need to see if there's stealth in the corner, but I'm not going to open these till I get, I'm actually probably just not going to open. I'll open this one because I know it's either a Thornling or Grom's or Runtun Tubers because it didn't pop. It's good farm of demonic runes for raiding, you know, later. But they drop a lot of Runecloth, a lot of good stuff, a lot of silver actually as well. What's it that we do? That's weird. Maybe it did. It did. Wow, a lot of demonic runes. So that's the farm. 17 minutes. You know, you're not going to reset it. I'll get it faster. You'll get faster. But if you just do the Lashers, it's, you know, super quick. You might get a lockout, but it's not the end of the world. So, hope that guide has been helpful.